Hi folks, Puffin here. Thanks for watching. I just got out of the bath and back from smoking a bowl and figured I'd do another Puffin's Pothead passages with the Bible. I've got the New Testament and I'm going to turn to the beginning, somewhere in the beginning. I say random, but honestly I'm kind of going to focus on the Gospels because I'm more familiar with them, so more likely to see something I know. But what do I get? 15:12, Matthew 15:12. Then came his disciples and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying? So this should be good. But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. So that's pretty famous. People have heard the blind leading the blind a lot. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Declare unto us this parable. So I guess explain it a little further. You probably should read this part too. And Jesus said, Are you also yet without understanding? Like, do you not understand what I'm saying? And before he explains further, my understanding is just, if it's not true, if it's not of God, the holy stuff, ultimately it's going to be rooted up. And it really comes to mind in today's news where people are complaining about people being deplatformed for Trumpian Nazi speech, which isn't free speech, it's hate speech. That's the blind leading the blind. That's getting rooted up. I'll leave it at that and finish with what Jesus says. Jesus said, Are ye also yet without understanding? Do ye not yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly, and is cast into the draught? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man. But to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. Which just reminds me of being a hippie and how all hippies are living out Jesus' teachings much better than the culture that they're. Hippies are a countercultural movement. They're counter to a culture that is not Christian, that claims a false Christianity that's actually quite evil and gets everything wrong. Like, the false Christianity acts like it matters what things look like or what things say. Like, the news story today that my last video was about was Carolyn Kennedy gave a speech at the Oscars supporting women in film, and it got heavily disliked. And a website called Princesses and Pirates and Princesses ran an article that they probably say they're not responsible, but they're getting the views and the ad revenue from running the article, so they are responsible, whether they agree with the views or not. But a writer goes by the name WDW something. Anyway, the article was claiming that it's a good thing that everyone disliked this video celebrating women in film, because Kathleen Kennedy, who made the video, had recently kicked, Disney had recently kicked the Trumper girl out of the Mandalorian cast. And all their trolls are leaving comments and disliking something. So just because something is disliked by many people doesn't make it wrong, doesn't make it bad, especially when those people turn out to be the bad ones. And this all comes down to her saying that they were being treated like the Nazis treated, or that people were treated in Nazi times, when actually they are the Nazis. Trump and his followers are modern day Nazis. That's all they are. I mean, they're worse than Nazis because, and I make other videos about this, but there's plenty of information out there. They're worse than Nazis because we had the example from 70 years ago not to be that way. But they act like, getting a lot of likes or something makes a difference. It doesn't make a difference to the truth. The truth is the truth. And that stuff's going to get rooted out. You're going to get rooted out. And I think that's the message of the Bible today. Matthew 15, verse 10. He called the multitude and said unto them, Hear and understand. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth defileth the man. So these people are saying things and feeling emboldened to say things, honestly, by Russian troll factories that leave a bunch of these comments that make the Trumpers feel like their opinions are popular. But because it got 2,400 dislikes, only 70 likes, all those people disliking a video about women in film, that's incredibly sexist. And the article that they published on that Pirates and Princes was claiming that you have to support all women of all stripes. It made a statement. You have to support all stripes of political views. You have to support women of all stripes of political views just because she's a woman. No, these Nazis can pick off a woman or a black woman like Gothics on YouTube, who is sickening me. These people need to be deplatformed and arrested because they're supporting terrorism. Ben Shapiro doesn't need to be walking around free or broadcasting. He needs to be in jail for supporting terrorism. Okay? You did it when it was ISIS. Do it when it's Trump. It's the same thing. It's terrorism. And this just reminds me of that. But the truth is, it's what people say that shows where their hearts are. People's hearts can be changed, and we need to do that. But it's not about what they can make it look like. It's not about the number of likes they can give you, or whether your hands are dirty from having dealt with a dirty person that you had to fire. But take that to the bank. I'll read another one soon, but I guess that's so much on my mind I couldn't see this even outside of that context, although I think it really applies. And let me know what you think in comments, and don't tell me you're going to report me because you're a Nazi and you feel like your views are being challenged. They need to be challenged more, and you should be scared of what's coming down because the world's turning against you. Not just the people on YouTube, not just me and whoever else. The entire world is turning against you, and Jesus has always been against you. So check yourself. Don't be that way. Don't support Trump, Nazis, or any of these people who are supporting them because it's wrong. And we'll get into those details later. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.